Hello! Have you been having a good day so far? So today in DML, I kind of want to go through a couple of rumors that have been surfacing about potentially the new divines that are going to be coming out in the game. But very quickly before I get into the bulk of the video, I just wanted to point out that I'm considering doing more Ask FM question stuff and, another video where I show everyone's questions and, it says who sent the question and stuff like that. So, go and ask away, ask me a question, and I don't know, say, what's your favorite food? And, just send that to me, and I'll do a whole video on it. It's been over a year, or maybe 2 years since I did the last one. So, we'll have some fun. Come and ask me whatever you want to. But, yeah, getting back into what I was originally saying. Over the last, very recently, the last day or so, there's been a few rumors that people have been spreading or asking me about the potential of, a divine with the divine and shadow and fire elements, or a divine with the shadow and energy elements. Because, if you've ever looked at the actual numbers for elements on the DML Wiki site, it shows you all the elements here, and it shows you how much the attack is increased by for having that element, on the dragon itself, or for the case of divines or legendaries actually unlocked. So if you take a very close look, I'll zoom in a little bit more here, but fire gives a boost of 3, wind gives 1.8. If you have the earth element, it actually minuses your attack by 1.8, which is a good reason why I don't like the earth element. But then we have the energy element, which boosts it by 5.4, shadow, which boosts by 6, and light by 3, and then legendary is 12, divine boosts attack by 13.8. So this is one of the main reasons why, the sumo used to be so strong, because it had the shadow and light element. But that's also the reason why the Zeus dragon is currently the strongest dragon in the game with base of 82 with light and energy. Because energy overall is one of the best, or if not the best, basic element in the game, which it is to actually boost the attack stat of a dragon. And, I'm not sure where people are getting it from, but a few people over the last couple of days have been saying, Quacks, how likely do you think it is that we're going to get a dragon with energy and shadow, or shadow and fire? Because, the energy and shadow would be stronger, but either of those two would make it stronger than the Zeus, I believe. Or it would be around about the same, but just a tiny bit better. So, obviously we have no way of actually knowing whether that's going to happen, but, I find it really strange that so many people have been asking me. And again, this isn't just one person asking me, I've had quite a few people say this. I've been seeing a few people on Facebook pages saying, guys, we are getting a divine with shadow and energy, and I have no idea where that's coming from, in the likelihood, a lot of rumors are just that, rumors, and I'm not sure where they would have got their info from, but, we have got to think about it, because, for the people that did buy the Zeus dragon, that would probably be a massive kick up the butt. If, those divine dragons, we had those special divine chest things, where you had to get divine tickets and then you'd open up the chest for chances at pieces for the Zeus dragon, the Poseidon and stuff like that. So, how would they feel if there was an even stronger dragon that came out? Would they care that much? Because, the Zeus is obviously, at the moment, still the strongest dragon in the game. So, I don't know. Personally, I think that it's gonna, if that were to happen, obviously it's gonna change the whole endgame meta again, and probably gonna have a lot of people willing to spend a lot of money to actually get those dragons. And again, that makes me think that if that were to happen, how likely is it that Gameloft are gonna release them in those divine chests again? If they know that people are willing to spend so much money to get the strongest dragons, they're pretty much always going to make a profit on it. Even if, only a small amount of people are willing to spend as much as would be required, you know, I think they would still make a hefty profit out of it, which is probably going to be their main reason for doing it, obviously. You know, the Divines, everyone wants them. They're super strong. Divines are stronger than Legendaries. So, I don't know what the deal is. What are your thoughts on it yourself? Because, you know, not everyone here has £7 million just free to spend, and, you know, I am exaggerating. Of course, they don't cost quite that much. But, you know, some people missed out on Divines altogether. So, if, unfortunately, some of them do end up coming out as part of, you know, the same sort of Divine chests as I was talking about, I at least hope that we're going to get some Divines that are at least okay, or pretty good, that we're just gonna get from either, you know, a solo event, or, you know, login reward for a calendar event, or something like before. Because, you know, a lot of people got a hold of the Hypnos because it was part of a calendar event, which I think was a really good idea. He's one of the weaker Divines overall, but he's still a pretty good dragon to use, better than most, or pretty much all epic dragons, so that would have given earlier level players kind of a big boost, or potential to, you know, progress quicker. But, you know, having a Shadow, Energy, and Divine Dragon, and, you know, at the same time, having a Divine, Legendary, and Energy Dragon, or Divine, Legendary, and Shadow Dragon, think about what could happen. Oh, that would be madness. And that's the thing, why is no one talking about that? Like, I've seen people before go, yeah, well, what about a Divine and a Legendary? I think it's pretty unlikely, because, I don't know, am I the only one that thinks it's kind of weird having a Divine plus a Legendary? Because they both give no weakness, so you can't be super affected by anything. But, I don't know. I don't like the Legendary element as a whole, because I think it's kind of one of the worst ones in the game. It's just, obviously, it increases base stats by so much, so it's pretty good. So, I don't know, people are, like, saying things, thoughts are coming across in my mind, and I'm thinking, oh, good God, do we really have to, you know, plan some new stuff again? Are we really gonna have to get some new Divines with such high base stats? Maybe. So, you know, I did say yesterday that Andrew said that they'll be giving us info very, very soon on what the new Divines are about. But, I want to know now. I want to know beforehand, you know, how strong these dragons are gonna be. And, you know, I'm sure there's people that are gonna crack into the game, are gonna find info early. Like I've said, let's not talk about any of that. I don't condone, you know, hacking into the game files early or anything. But I do want to know. I'm curious. Is it my fault for wanting to know? Am I bad for wanting to know early? It's just, you know, I am the sort of person that likes to plan things out before, and if we knew how these dragons were going to be released before, like, the time that they are released, it would make it much more likely that we'll actually be able to get them. And I just hope to God that if we get those Divine chests, that, you know, this time around we don't have to rely on that stupid, like, mini castle event with the boss dragon, like, what would you call it? Like, boss dragon frenzy, boss dragon marathon stuff. Because I never had the elements required to finish off the levels, so I didn't get any of the Divine tickets I needed. Same with a lot of people. So, you know, just by it being like that, that means that some people have to spend a lot more money than others, which I don't really agree with personally. I think it's just unfair, in a sense, that, you know, a dragon would become more expensive. Like, literally with real world money just because you don't have a set element. So that's my stance on it anyway. You know, I didn't agree with it before. Maybe I'm just salty because I didn't get the dragons that I wanted. But, you know, I hope they do something slightly different this time around if they decide to go with the same sort of methods as last time. You know, that's my stance on it. It's pretty simple, nothing out there or weird about thinking like that. But I want to know your thoughts as well, because, you know, I'm just me. I don't mean everything. It's not only about me, because, you know, the Divines are gonna be out for everyone, hopefully. And they do make a difference to every player in the game, because, you know, the stronger the highest dragon in the game would be, the harder it's going to be for newer players to actually, you know, win in the arena. And mainly just the arena, really. But, you know, it is going to suck for people that already have, like, a fully enchanted level 80 Zeus. Those are the guys I feel for, along with the people that have never had Divines before. So trust me, I'm looking out for you. I want it to work out. Let's open this. What do we get? Some food. Yeah, I could have done with a gem or two, but, you know, I can't complain. But I'm definitely very, very intrigued. You know, just looking at all these new Divines, it's making things happen. And like I've mentioned before, it does show that 4 of them are puzzle piece dragons. The Hypnos is counted as a puzzle piece dragon as well, so that could mean a login reward, that could mean the divine chess, it could also mean a castle style event, you know, card piece dragon, like for opening every single chest, which is what it's like for the Hades here. So there are a lot of possibilities. And don't assume that the rumors are true as of yet. I just find it weird why so many people have suddenly started talking about one specific elemental combination. Unless they've gotten that info from somewhere. So, you know, that's my stance on things for now. Just letting you know that there is potentially the possibility that it could be happening. So, you know, get ready for another strongest dragon in DML video, I guess. If Mr. Zeus, you're potentially going to get overtaken. I'd be very salty if I were him. But, like I said, that is going to do me for now. I'm going to plug it again just before I leave. Make sure you go and ask me some Ask FM stuff. I'm going to delete that before I ask myself a question and look really sad. But, you know, I'll post this... the link to it in the actual comment section to make it even easier for you to access it. So, you know, I look forward to it, and I look forward to answering some of your probably pretty weird questions. But, you know, for now, thanks a ton for listening to me ramble and rave and all that good stuff. And, I'll be back soon enough with some more DML.